WNBA coaches rip women's sports movement as trans mob rocks first rally without Sophie. The debate over transgender athletes in women's sports reached another WNBA arena Wednesday, as supporters of the Save Women's Sports movement gathered outside the Chase Center before the Golden State Valkyries hosted the Minnesota Lynx. The demonstration marked the first organized rally connected to a WNBA game that did not involve the Indiana Fever. Supporters gathered to advocate for protecting women's sports, while a larger group of transgender rights counter-protesters also appeared outside the arena. Before the game, both Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve and Valkyries coach Natalie Nakase were asked about the rally and the broader controversy surrounding transgender participation in women's sports. Reeve said she believes the issue has become a political talking point and urged people to learn more about the subject rather than using it to marginalize a community. "I have said this before, trans kids belong," Reeve said. She added that people should educate themselves about the issue and focus on what can be accomplished together. Nakase also addressed the demonstration, emphasizing what she described as the amount of hostility and hateful speech surrounding sports. "In the world and just in sports right now, there's too much hate that's going on, too much hate speech," Nakase said. She encouraged people to lead with love. Both coaches have previously expressed support for transgender athletes. Reeve, in particular, drew attention earlier this month when she wore a "Trans Kids Belong" shirt during a game against the Fever. Outside the Chase Center, the competing demonstrations became heated. According to attendees, transgender rights counter-protesters outnumbered the women's sports activists and shouted slogans and profanities during the confrontation. Family rights attorney Erin Friday said a small group of women had gathered peacefully with signs but were confronted by counter-protesters. She alleged that the confrontation included name-calling and people becoming increasingly agitated while surrounding the demonstrators. Ariane Gieringer of LGB Alliance USA also said she was told by a counter-protester that she did not belong at the demonstration because the event was taking place in San Francisco. Meanwhile, security officials reportedly told the women's sports activists that their protest signs could not be brought inside the arena. However, footage reportedly showed a security representative saying their XXXY athletics shirts were permitted and were not considered offensive. The issue comes days after a separate controversy in Atlanta, where a mother and daughter said a WNBA security representative instructed them to cover XXXY athletics shirts during the Fever's game against the Atlanta Dream. The WNBA and Dream later acknowledged that the incident should not have occurred. On the court, Minnesota defeated Golden State 77-66, improving the Lynx's record to 30-7 and strengthening their position at the top of the WNBA standings. The San Francisco rally was the third organized Save Women's Sports demonstration connected to a WNBA game this week. Additional rallies were expected at the Fever's upcoming games in Dallas and New York. If both demonstrations take place, supporters of the movement will have organized 10 rallies at WNBA games over a 26-day span.